AITA for snooping on my baby camera. AITA. My mill was helping my husband with our baby. I got a notification on the baby camera in his crib and checked on it. When I opened it, my mill was talking about me to my husband. He was standing up for me, of course. She was lying to my husband about a conversation her and I had. I confronted her about what she said and she is mad I was snooping. AITA. Edit. FYI, I opened the camera because she told me the baby cries all the time, so I was checking to see if he was crying. I can tell what is wrong with him based on his cry. She was in the middle of a lie about me when I pressed volume on. I did not linger. I heard the lie and immediately contacted my husband.
AITA for telling my fiancé and her daughter they are responsible for meals from now on. I, 40M, live with my fiancé, 39F, and her daughter, 13F. Up until now, I've always been the one responsible for deciding what we eat. Of course, I've always considered their wishes and essentially cooked whatever they wanted. But more and more, when I suggest something, all I hear is, no, I don't like that, no, not that, that's not good, and variations of I want something else. Tonight, I practically had to beg just to make some simple pasta with homemade tomato sauce. Anyway, we were out grocery shopping today, and I saw something I haven't had in over a year. I was excited and wanted to buy it. My fiancé made a face, and my stepdaughter said it looked like diarrhea. I was really hurt and still feel upset about it. At dinner, I told them that from now on, they'll need to figure out the meals themselves and that I'm stepping away completely. If need be, I'll just cook for myself. AITA?
I, 23F, not allowed to have a girl's day ever. 29M. So, here's the deal. The guy I've been seeing for 5 months, he's 29M, got upset because I wanted to hit up a haunted house with my childhood friend. She's gay and used to have a crush on me, and he thinks that makes it weird. For the record, I'm totally straight. Now he's saying he has to be there for everything I do, or else I'm not including him. Is it reasonable to never hang out with my best friend unless he's around? I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, maybe I'd get it if I was into girls, but I'm with him. And he even threw a fit when I wanted to hang out with my dad. He thinks he needs to be there for that too. Am I losing my mind, or is this just not okay? I genuinely want to know if I'm missing something here. How do I stop feeling left out in groups? I've been in quite a few friend groups or circles, but for most of the time, I never ever felt close to the group, as I largely felt left out. This happens usually when people don't try to continue conversations after what I've said or responded, as well as when there are 2 or more people who click and just keep talking and talking, drawing most of the attention to them. I do recognize the effort made by some to try and include me, after realizing that I'm quiet and haven't said anything in a while, but the rest of the group doesn't seem to have anything else to add, or the talkative ones just draw attention back to them. I'm more of an introvert, and the groups I make tend to consist of more introverts too. I'm not even sure if it's me, the group dynamic, or just the talkative people. Any advice on what I can do?
How much weed is too much weed? I'm 15 years old and my brother and his girlfriend are 20-ish and they smoke a lot of weed all the time. And once I went into their room and they had a disposable card in there. I hit and it literally fell in love. I've smoked weed before but this Jussie felt different, and since then I've been going into their room when they are home, which is not all of the time, just like half of the weekish, and I hit it every night and they don't know. I love it, but I'm genuinely scared like I'm gonna get into bad drugs. Does that make sense? Do I stop? I feel like also I'm just a teenager, so I don't know if I'm just having fun or if I'm gonna be like a heroin addicted when I'm older, which I'm scared for.
I caused my friend's parents to have to change their home phone number. I was in 7th grade in the late 90s. We had a middle school newspaper called The Press. Well, someone thought it would be a good idea to have kind of like a classified section called Happy Ads, where you could spend 50 cents to leave your friends encouraging messages. I took out an ad that read Pokemon cards for sale. Call asterisk 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 asterisk. But I used the home phone number for a kid in our friend group. He ended up getting so many calls, his parents were livid and complained to the school. I guess once people figured out it was fake they started calling even more, and at all hours of the night. I never told a single person that I did it and felt really terrible that a small prank got so out of hand. One teacher suspected that it was me, but I always denied having anything to do with it.
I do *X stuff in my jacuzzi and it's become an addiction. It's my own private jacuzzi in my backyard. I'm male and sit in it naked and sit the opposite direction and let the jets blow all over my d*CK and b*LLS. I get high before this and just watch porn for hours on my phone and pretty much just see *M for hours. I did it tonight and my d*CK is basically numb with a buzzing joy. It's so much pleasure that I have vertigo. It's like I'm dumping all the dopamine from my system doing this. It's actually insane how much pleasure I derive from this. It's literally disgusting how good it feels, and believe this type of pleasure is similar to doing hard drugs. Update: I drain and clean it after. I probably nut 8x during a session, hands-free. I paid $14K for my model. I'll be consulting with a doctor soon. I don't believe I should be doing this often.
$. Hate when GF is on TikTok. I have never liked TikTok or any other scrolling media, so I am obviously biased. I don't shame others for doom scrolling if that's how they relax, and I have never told my girl to stop. But it makes me so mad when she does. There is nothing worse than listening to a shitty music remix, then a clip from a drama of people screaming, then a fun fact, then another **it song, then an AI narrating over some D-tier movie, then more drama, then some annoying voice, then a guy interviewing drunks, and repeat. Hearing completely different conversations and songs every 6 seconds sees me off, and I am forced to go to a different room. I do ask my girl to turn it down and she does, but I don't want to be mean by telling her to stop or anything. Ache how people scroll like that all day. No wonder this stuff causes mental issues. I know my husband's secrets, so my husband of 3 months, together since 2020, has been super secretive with his phone lately, and he left to go help a friend with a car emergency. So I had a sinking feeling in my gut, so I did a bad thing. I looked through his phone and it turns out he's been telling everyone that I'm a live-in nanny and that he's a single father. I'm not quite sure on what to do. He's the love of my life and I'd do anything for him. I defended him against his family. I'm so lost. We have a 6-month-old daughter, so I can't really up and leave. I want to work things out. His best friend knows what I found and he's coming up with a game plan to see if my husband will confess. Edit: what I mean by everyone is people on Snapchat. I have met his family and friends. I have been tested for STDs, all negative.
I saw my sister, 14, chat with an 18-year-old guy, and I don't think this is appropriate for her age. Yesterday, I somehow hacked my sister's Instagram just for fun and out of curiosity. Then I saw some chats with guys that are older than her. I know 4 years is not a huge gap, but an 18-year-old is basically an adult, while a 14-year-old girl is barely a teenager. Not only chats, but her whole Instagram is kind of full with guys that are older than her trying to scam people. Some of them are even fake accounts, and she doesn't even know it because she accepts everybody's following request. You can say that I am too skeptical or overprotective, but I am just concerned about her mentality. I used to do things like that and even worse, but I don't want her to be like me, live like me. What should I say without her knowing that I hacked her Instagram? What would be the most appropriate way to talk to a teenager who doesn't listen to anybody?